can this be? I don't
As a child, I remember liking these medias above the rest. Anime and sci-fi. My main focus as a young child growing up in the late 90s involved these mediums. What was it that I enjoyed about them? Well, I can't tell you one reason, but if I have to say, it's fighting. The concept like winner takes all. The last one standing wins. I always enjoyed seeing who would be the victor in these types of situations. Normally, it was the good guys who won. However, sometimes it would be different. Sometimes the bad guys win.
You are beaten. It is useless to resist. Don't let yourself be destroyed as Obi-Wan did.
Which was always thrilling to watch. However, there is one other thing that I enjoyed, and that was video games. I started in 1997 with my first console, the Super Nintendo. I played games like Super Star Wars, Super Mario World, Super Mario Kart, Gradius 3, and Hook. What do these games all have in common? The truth, it is good versus evil. But another thing that I learned at that age, the fact that you can lose. Back then, I had more patience, and I didn't care about losing. Well, that changed when I started playing multiplayer. Quickly, I learned about my competitive side. I began to become frustrated when I lost. I wanted to win at all costs. It made me upset, especially when I was facing my brother or someone I wanted to win against. You're probably wondering, what does it have to do with fighting games? Well, nothing really. However, it did start my drive to want to win, which became my goal in whatever game I played. The goal being to succeed in everything I did. Now, let's talk about it, shall we? One day, I spent a week in my aunt and uncle's house. My cousins wanted to play video games and watch anime constantly. They had tons of games that I played on their TV in the living room, like Donkey Kong Country, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and others. However, there was one that caught my eye. Street Fighter 2. I watched my cousins play this as a kid and observed what buttons to press. There was one character in particular that I played, Chun-Li. Honestly, I picked her for only one reason. The kicking move. What? What'd you think I meant? I was 5! Nasties. Anyways, it was easy to pull off, so I spammed it. It gave me a drive to win. Gotta love early exploits. As time went on, I started learning about arcades. One day I went to a pizza party and saw the arcade machines. Some kids were playing some sort of game where they fought. And that was Tekken 3. I asked my uncle if I could play it, so he supervised me since I was 6 at the time. The game was a team rating after all. I grabbed my coins and locked myself in the game. I chose my first character being Yoshimitsu because he had a sword and it looked like a lightsaber. Plain and simple. That was the first arcade fighting game I had ever played. I remember spamming the buttons like crazy trying to figure out different moves. It was a lot of fun. Later on through the years, I started expanding my scope of consoles, like PlayStation for instance. And when I was 9 years old, I finally got one for my birthday. I signed up for the PlayStation Club magazine, and they started sending me demo discs through the mail. It had all sorts of games on them, but there was one that was very familiar. And that was Tekken 3. There it was, my first arcade fighting game yet again. And of course I wanted to learn it. Getting used to the new controller was hard for me, so I gave it up. I went to another pizza restaurant and lo and behold, there it was again, Arcade Tekken 3. I asked my mom for quarters and she gave me and my brother enough. We went to the machine and I picked up Ling Xiaoyu this time. She had what I wanted in a character, massive hits and a string that I could keep pulling off. I got pretty far in arcade mode. Then I lost to Eddie. I was on the continue screen and I had one more chance to redeem myself. I had to fight him again. But the result was still the same. I lost. This devastated me. I went back into my booth down the dumps, and that was the last time I ever touched Tekken 3. About a year later, my brother and I started watching a lot of Dragon Ball Z on TV and wanted to have our own game at DBZ. So one day we were at GameStop in the mall, and we saw in the PS1 section a game from the Dragon Ball Z series called Dragon Ball Z Open Battle 22. It was rated T. I had to ask my mom if we could get it. She wouldn't say yes until she thought about it harder. It took her 30 minutes and later on she agreed that we could get it. My brother and I went home and started playing it. We got a hang of some of the characters. We learned the different moves that each had. We also learned that this game was in Japanese. All the characters were in a different language, so we didn't understand why it didn't sound like the ones on TV. Now another thing about this game's difficulty is hard, like super hard. The moves that each character has is a motion input. For a child, that is hard to understand, since I was in 4th grade and all. A few months later, Christmas came around, and my brother and I wanted consoles. My brother asked for PlayStation 2, and I asked for Nintendo GameCube. However, this is what happened. My brother got a PS2, and I got an Xbox. Yeah. Since my brother got a PS2, we started going to Blockbuster for renting some games. Wait, have you guys never heard of Blockbuster? Oh God, I'm old. I'm gonna go to the corner and cry. Don't mind me. Anyway, my brother and I were looking for new games to play. We saw the Game of All Games there. Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3, and our lives changed. We ran home and started it up. We played countless hours of it. Unfortunately, we did not have a PS2 memory card, so we left it on for days and days. We kept it for a month. We played all the modes like Dragon Universe, Tournament mode, and even learned the basics on Training mode. We started unlocking all the characters. It was a lot of fun. Later on, we took it back. And what's funny is if we kept it, we could have had it for $10. I know, I was crushed when I heard that too. Later we played the rest of the Budokai series and enjoyed all the fighting in them again. These were the best days of our childhood. Years later, during the year's pandemic, I got some money and went shopping at the PlayStation Store. I bought Dragon Ball FighterZ, Marvel's Capcom Infinite, and the other game that would change my life forever.
Everything ここから始まった。
Tekken 7. Now at the time, I didn't think anything of it. I just thought I used to enjoy Tekken 3, so why don't I buy it now? It was also with the help of my best friend Darkstar, who told me to buy it as well. So I downloaded it and started playing it. And my god, I was trash. I couldn't even move on it. I felt helpless. I also didn't have a main at the time, which ended up being Lily. I went on player match and also ranked. And well, You know what I'm about to say. I got my ass handed to me. I later on stopped until I learned the game. So one day, I started scrolling through Facebook, and that's when I stumbled on a video with a guy named Anakin talking about his guide to being a better Tekken player. I got excited, so I looked up his website, and I learned the basics of the game. I learned the movement, the buttons, and so much more. It made me understand how to play better. I later on started to want to get better, so I went on to tournament mode. I tried joining up in many lobbies. That's when I ran into a player named Steven Duckett. We played and chatted later on. He told me he would have me join his buddies on a group chat and that they were good players. I got nervous, but said, sure, why not? That's when my whole life changed. I met my friends at Night Owl. These guys were amazing at Tekken, at a whole level that I could not achieve. I felt outclassed. These guys were dead serious with this game when I was not. I started to think if I could improve by fighting these guys, I could be a better player overall, and the train started then and there. I started looking up video after video on Tekken 7. I wanted to improve so much. I set my mind on one thing, which was improvement. I looked at the basics, picking a main, seeing who was easy to learn, and the concept of what each button means. I started gaining more and more knowledge each day. One day, Mass talked with me and asked,
Hey, don't you stream on Twitch?
yeah,
Start streaming Tekken on it.
sure, why not? And well, that's how I started my journey as a better content creator. I started streaming Tekken 2 nights each week, and I streamed myself and the guys on Night Owl with our voice chat. We had some great moments. I started playing with Night Owl almost always, but I wasn't getting better with Lily. Get my ass beat here, damn. Yeah. Yep.
Uh-oh.
I'm dead. I'm dead. Alright, GG, Ken.
No, I don't think so.
So later one night, while I was chatting with one of the players beneath the mask, I realized I wasn't good with Lily. Didn't matter how hard I tried, so I wasn't good. So I told Mask to pick up another main, and I agreed to drop Lily. Then one day, while playing Ranked, I ran into a player with a different character that I bought DLC, but never played. Kunomitsu the Ninja Thief, and I got my butt kicked. I was amazing at how cool she was. That's when I thought to myself, that's the character. I want to learn her. I then started looking into her moves. I started learning her key moves and driving them into my memory. Then I practiced her techniques daily and learned her best skills, including her kunai. That took a while to learn. I took my time day after day learning everything. Then I went for combos. I only knew a 5-hit combo string, but it worked, so I won't complain. I tried it on my friends, and of course, they beat me. I was so focused more on improving my rank. I had a goal that took me 7 months to fulfill, and that was getting green rank. I went on match after match trying to get to that rank, and time again, I failed, until one day, this happened. Alright, here we go.
Final round. Fight.
Oh my god!
You win.
盗みのご依頼ならいつでも受け付けますよ。
The first time you promoted the brawler. Holy shit! No way! Let's go! That's right, I got green rank. My goal had been achieved, and I was so excited. I felt that finally, I had improved to where I wanted to be. This felt amazing. I was finally at a place where I felt I could do anything. A few years later, there was an announcement that surprised everyone. Tekken 8 was being released in the year 2024. It was during the worst moment of my life, so I was excited, but I did not think I would get the game because Kunimitsu was rumored to not be in it. I would still watch the trailers and get excited about it. Then one trailer showed a character that changed my mind. Jun Kazama. She had everything that I wanted in a character, so I decided to pick her as a main. 8 months later, I moved to a new apartment and started streaming Tekken 7 again. I played ranked yet again. I aimed to get to a better rank high enough before Tekken 8 came out, so I set a goal to make it either yellow or orange by January 2024. However, it didn't happen the way I wanted it to. I was getting my ass handed to me left and right, to where I finally called it quits on ranked for a long time, and also quit streaming Tekken 7. However, January finally came, and I decided to talk with my buddies at Night Owl one night. I decided to play a few matches with them. They told me that I got worse at the game. Of course, being off of it for almost 5 months can do that to a person, but I started practicing again and got back in my zone. I decided to stream it yet again. I go on ranked one night, and this happened. Alright, here we go. Oh, hell sweep, alright. Oh, dang. Oh no. I did it! Holy crap! Oh. Yep. Okay. Yes. Yes. Oh, yes, baby. Yes. Freaking yes. Yes. All right. I got my goal for this day. I got my goal for this week, and I already finished it. Let's go. The warrior rank. All right. A warrior now. Yo. I knew I could do it, but just still worried me a little bit. So. I achieved yellow rank only 2 days before the release of Tekken 8. I achieved my goal, and 2 days later, Tekken 8 came out, and I had to say goodbye to Kunimitsu, never to be seen again for years. And now, I step into the world of Tekken 8. And it is incredible! The graphics, the gameplay, the combo system. And lastly, my main Jun. She is pretty amazing. I love the graceful design she has. She is the embodiment of light. What is not to enjoy about her? I then started to go on ranked. In a few days, got yellow rank. Then a few weeks later, I got orange rank. Then I started streaming Tekken 8 and learning the character much better. And about a month later, this happened. Oh, so close. Mother hell. Jesus freaking wow. You should have that. Boom. I did it. I did it. I did it. I achieved red rank. I did not foresee that happening anytime that quickly, but it did. And it was an amazing feeling. The fact that all my hard work had paid off. This is why I enjoy fighting games. The thrill of your improvement. The feeling you get when you have accomplished something and take the steps to get to where you are. This is what fighting games are about. The concept of fighting games is excellent. The fights, the stages, the characters. What's not to love? It is the feeling you get when you accomplish something, the inspiration you get when learning a new character or a new combo, the success you get when you get your rank to a higher level. This is what it means to play fighting games, and this is how fighting games changed me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Also hit the notification bell. Also don't forget to check out my Twitch channel where I stream Tekken. I hope to see you all there. Bet you're all wondering, where was a certain game in the video that I normally stream? To those who are new, I didn't start out with Tekken only. In fact, I didn't start with traditional fighting games at all. I started out with... Super!